Oh man, that nigga Jackpot the Juice Man. This nigga so funny. He said he do little skits of niggas from Detroit. He said he said when a nigga trip over something and he think you trying to outjit him, he walking across the street and the nigga trip. He said, "Oh, nigga want smoke? Oh shit! No man, I just tripped." He said, "Oh shit! Oh my fault, dog."
Thought it was a battle and shit.
Yeah. Oh, this nigga want smoke? Oh shit!
Do niggas still
Oh,
jit?
Shit. Yes.
I'm
Niggas still do.
yeah, I'm sure they do.
Matter of fact,
There's a lot of
for
niggas
cheap
that still have not
classes,
moved away from Detroit.
niggas have put on like jitting classes and the whole nine. It's like a I don't want to say a worldwide phenomenon. It's like a underground phenomenon.
It's regional as fuck.
It's regional as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. We're
What?
like, there's no way jitting will be anything relevant like crip walking.
See? There you
Nigga, you
go.
have white boys at Harvard, like Princeton, see walking. Like everybody's like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, you got white
but they
boys out here just skipping around, looking like a little, like
yeah,
looking
but
like a dog at a dog
sea
show.
walking. Hey, but sea walking whole lot easier than nigga jitting and then fucking
I get
sea
it,
walking
nigga.
ain't no
That's why
hard.
we the only city that just
Well, footwork.
aside from that,
Uh,
the only city that
Chicago.
hustle. White people like dog.
Chicago.
I was hustling it when I was in Cali. He's like, "What is that? Was that line dance?" I'm like, "No, come on, man, no."
Yes, it's line
I mean,
dancing.
it is. Of course, it's black line. It's Detroit black line dancing, of course. And they're like, "Oh, but like there's different ones." I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "How do you know this?" I'm like, "You just gotta be from
It's through the hustle.
you get." They don't know this in Cleveland. They don't know this in Chicago. Chicago, they step.
It's funny though. You know how to do-si-do too, don't you, nigga? You had to do that shit in high school.
Fucking dosey though, like our dust. Like I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Real dancing, nigga. That shit was part of.
No,
Well, you didn't go to DPS, but that shit was part of
no,
DPS
I
school.
did not go to DPS, but I did not go to Cranbrook. No, I'm not like that. No, mm-mm.
Mm.
No,
That's a
there was
private.
no line dancing. There was
Hey,
no
hey,
none of that.
I forgot. I forgot. Let's get to business. I forgot. I got. Yeah, I can't say. Okay.
It's not to get indicted.
You ain't. You ain't. You ain't. You ain't shit. Check
Mike, check the bar
check your
report.
text message.
Here today. I'm. You got Larry.
Love though.
You got Clark.
My name is Atula.
Yeah, nigga. That shit must mean darkness.
Did it come with an accent too?
And we're here to talk.
Oh. Oh.
No, that's hey, you
Disrespect.
said it. My name is Atula. Nigga, who the fuck? who,
Who the fuck is this nigga?
who gave you your name?
Boldy James with his.
Okay. Hey, Larry.
Let's get
Larry.
it.
Check,
Yes.
check text message.
He wilding out on text messages, leaving us in suspense and shit.
Because this is not the getting down the hotline. That's why Larry's getting text messages.
That's why we're gonna talk Boldy James, the Versace tape. It's Griselda debut. Fresh off the Alchemist assisted price of tea in China from was that last year? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Get signed right after that.
Got signed right after that.
Right after Royce releases his album, after he gets done doing work with Griselda.
Yep.
After they was here in the city. And I guess they stayed on a whim.
And they stayed on the whim.
Yeah, real talk. And Royce was like, yeah, just come to the studio, and they started going to work. What's the name? They told that story, or that in a couple different interviews. He told that story, and so did Benny. And then after that, that's when they met Boldy, or so I got a chance to work with Boldy. And you know, we're part of the crew.
Which makes sense content wise for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right into
Perfect fit.
so they their whole way they put out music. Well, shit, he didn't put out what? One. Well, they just put out the deluxe version of the Price and Tea of China
Mm-hmm.
a few weeks back. Now this. What's your thoughts, Larry?
That was actually like it was kind of interesting because the like beat selection is it's like not it wasn't expected, but it was like okay, I kind of get it like from for him and just kind of the whole like flow that camp is on right now. And it was kind of like at first I listened to it like the first track I was like this might be like some like hood jazz. Like how was like hood tales mixed with jazz, and then all of a sudden they got out of it kind of got this classical feel to it, and I feel it's just like story time with Boldy. It's like it's good background beats and him just basically talking his shit, telling his stories for a half hour with a couple little like weird / funny skits in between, to end out some tracks.
The skits threw me out of nowhere. I was like, what? Nigga, somebody he killed god damn it, what's his name? When the old nigga was talking, what is that, after track like 3 or 4?
You talking when they started laughing?
Yeah, when somebody killed Jimmy Hoffa and shit.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't understand. I didn't hear it the first couple times. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I'm just like, they started laughing, and when he hack up that lung, he was, fuck. I was like, okay, that's really I don't really care about what he said. That shit's actually funny. So I don't know. It doesn't really fit anything unless I'm just totally missing the point. But it doesn't.
Maybe it just fit because of the whole Jimmy Hoffa thing, and it's rumored he died here. A lot of people think he's under Kobo or some shit. And then of course the album opens up with the news report. I think it just nothing like a theme or anything like that. I guess unless you go with like Detroit shit. Opens up with a nigga got rocked for his yays.
Yeah, he had the yays stash off his face. It's not funny. It's not funny, but like it's just yeah. You gonna wear some yays? Just don't get smashed on his face. He was brazen. Did it in the open, right in front of customers.
Welcome to Detroit. That's the Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just a Tuesday.
I thought it was a good album. I thought it was really cool. It was good length. I won't say it was boring. It's not as good as the Price in China compared to his past work. It doesn't hit me the same. But it's a different type of vibe. They're 2 totally different albums, but they're talking about the same shit. Just I don't know. He gives a lot of Detroit references, like you said. Shouts out a lot of streets. Cool. All right. But it was a good album, but it's different. I listened to it a lot though.
I heard them inflections you was coming in with.
So I don't know. Like I like it. I listened to this album. I'll probably let it spin less than like 60 times. Like I just let it play because it's a nice album. But I don't know how I really feel about it. It's really weird.
Well, let me say this. The first time I played it, I literally was pissed. Turned it off. 3 songs in, was like, this shit is garbage, right? And I don't know what was going on with me that day, but obviously some shit was really going on. I might have been, I don't know. But I turned that shit on again, like, yesterday, and loved that shit. But the first time, I literally was like, oh, I think this is trash. Cut it off, cut it on. And I just been playing that shit back and forth. This shit's fucking wonderful. But yeah, Price of Tea in China was that Mike Tyson uppercut that you ain't see coming. I think because I saw this coming, I think that Story Time with Boldy James is the name of his next album and that nigga needs to be dressed like motherfucking Mr. Rogers. Cause I'm telling you, this shit, I forgot what the nigga said, but I was just like, I love this nigga's stories. Like the nigga, he say shit that you not used to hearing, except for niggas who sold dope. So I love Boldy James, man. Shit's on point.
In your camp right there, overall, I don't like this album at all.
You don't? No?
No, and it's because of the beats.
Because of the beats?
because of the beat. The production on this shit does not work for me, and
Beats by Dre.
I don't think they fit his rhyming style.
Oh, it didn't fit at all. I thought it
And
was like this is story time with Boldy.
I think like Alchemist on Price of Tea in China did a much better job of figuring out beats that fit his rhyming style. This one they felt way too slow and old timey that it didn't work for me. Like when Monte Cristo comes on, I want to kill myself. That shit is so bad.
What? Wait, hold on.
That's with that looped sample of the singing going on in the background. You about to listen?
You want to kill yourself?
No.
Shit is so bad, dog. But yeah, I don't like it. When Maria came on, the very first actual track, I was like, why does this shit feel like two slow niggas fighting in the hallway? And everybody just I couldn't do it,
because
dog.
that would be wonderful to watch. That's why.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. That is kind of annoying.
I can't do it. I think, when they announced he was going to Griselda, I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna get Derringer doing some of the beats, and then I think before it came out, Jay Versace, I think it came out before then that he was doing the whole set of beats, and I'm like, okay, let's see what that does. And then I heard this, and I was like, disappointed. Like for me, I didn't get any good tracks until Cartier. No, or is it Brick Van Axel?
Really?
Brick Van Axel, and then the last track, Roxycontin. Those are only two
I gotta
tracks.
I gotta fight you on that though, because real talk, like Maria, that very first track, because that beat is like that's that story time of Boldy James. No, that does actually sets a good tone for me right there. But it was like a weird shift out of like how the album intros with nigga getting the yay snatched off the face. So it's like, yeah, my man just like kind of walked out all calm. So I'm like, maybe this album is like kind of like he's a dude, these niggas can't snatch him off the face. Like I'm out here, I'm just doing me, I'm calm about it. Like his energy is like really different about it. Like and how he goes through this album. Like for me, I can actually argue that I'm solid on the album. I could real talk make a case for 1 through 6. No, like real talk, I can. It's just kind of hard. Like Long Live Julio is and then Monte Cristo, I'm like, eh. Then the last 2 tracks are actually pretty cool. Bentayga and was it Roxycontin?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually cool with how he ended it. So like actually talking through it now, I realistically can only say like the Cardinals thing and Monte Cristo. I'm like the only 2 I kind of slide through.
I can't hear it. Like when it comes on, dog, it bothers me. Like I like everything about this album except the beats.
You should talk to somebody about that.
I know, right? I think he should have had somebody who's more used to handling slower flows to help him with the beat. It's basically because of the way he was rhyming. Until you get to Roxycontin, he double timed his own flow essentially, and it fit a lot better with that beat that was going on. I could not get Boldy on some of these other tracks or different beats, but like if he had like Rock Marciano maybe handle the production, who has that monotone, slower flow, been used to producing his own shit, I think it would have sounded better.
I mean,
to me, this is a miss.
Yours is more. Is it just because like the rhythm is different? Because like even though it's off,
it's like when Nas was rapping.
It's not like traditional Detroit rapper off, right? It's just like the beats just don't match up to how he's doing his thing.
It's like Nas rapping on Kanye's beats. It didn't match. To me, this don't match. It didn't matter how good the rhyming was, or the stories, or how relatable or whatever it was. If I can't listen to the music, it just doesn't work for me. And this one didn't work for me.
I thought it was. I felt the same way when I listened to it the first time. I tuned my ears up, listened to it the second time, and loved it. But first time, I thought it was absolute trash. And then I had to change my ears.
Change your
I
ear
had to look. I had to listen to Boldy James for Boldy James, not comparing it to nobody else, and I fucking loved it.
Change your ears, TC.
Grimy ass Detroit shit and talking game out is that's one of my favorite things. Motherfuckers who talk game, like they not even rapping. They just that's what I think about when I think about Boldy James talking game. So,
Yep.
but I felt the same way you did, cousin. Yeah, I changed these old nigga ears.
It's interesting. Like we all had like you had Larry who loved it. I don't like it, and then you had a blended approach.
I loved it, liked it. Not, it was kind of weird, but yeah, I didn't not like it in any way, shape. Like just the two tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell somebody to listen to it, but I would tell them to listen to it when they ready to hear some slow shit. It's like if I told a nigga to listen to 444. I said, listen to that shit while you rolling one, smoking one, or just cooling out.
I got a question.
But don't listen to it trying to get hype. Don't turn that shit on at the gym with some weight on up above you.
No.
You're gonna be mad.
I mean, you could listen to him push some weight while you push some weight. I'm just saying.
Nah, I would listen to Boldy James riding around doing up to no good. I would listen to Boldy James doing that.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, Price of Tea in China has some pretty good features. This album is pretty devoid of features.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Both benefit more from having features to take away from some of the, like the monotoneness that you listen to for multiple tracks. Does he benefit more from having the features? Of course,
I think he does.
You think he does?
Yeah, I think he does because the features just, I think he does.
So we had Vince on the last one. You had Benny.
But it was a different album though.
It was.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, would we like to hear Benny on it? Of course.
No,
it was it.
Have Benny on it. I'm just saying, does Boldy with his style benefit from breaking up some of the? I don't. Such a bad word in this instance, but I think it's the proper word. Some of the monotony having that additional feature, no matter who. Because the track with El Camino, like Cartier, like I don't like the beat selection so much, but when El Camino comes on, I'm like, okay, I kind of like this track a little bit more now because it breaks up the monotony. Or when Rock come on and West Side Gun ad libs start coming on, even though he really not on the track until towards the end.
Yeah,
it made a difference.
I'm starting to appreciate West Side Gun. West Side Gun is album and ad libs a lot more.
My God.
I would say that yes. I mean, features do help. I mean, it makes the album flow a little bit better, but I don't know. I think I'd be interested to hear another album to where he has the features with the different, production, different setup.
Like, give me another album with limited to no features, but let me give it maybe somebody a different set of production, and maybe I'll change my view on that.
Oh yeah.
J. Cole.
If he just does another double album.
I said J. Cole.
Hey. Yeah, how you doing over there with that?
Well played, Bob. Well played.
Well played.
Well played, Bob. Well played. Thanks, Tula.
Yeah, TC, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay off this J. Cole shit. But
hey TC, I think I left my J Electronica shirt over at your house, man.
You funny.
Yeah.
You funny. That vinyl ain't never coming because he's still trying to sell them.
Wow. So disrespectful. You said the album wasn't coming, and it did. Shit was fire. You said Jay-Z was on it, so we should hate him and string him up. We did. It was still fire. I wore my shirt. You said don't wear it. I said shoot it out with me. You and your wife was like, nah, you family. I'm like, yeah, knuck if you buck, nigga. I'll let your man.
Nuck if you buck, nigga. Nuck if you fucking
So the
buck.
vinyl will come. And the vinyl will come.
This is all over vinyl. This is all over a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Back to
I'm glad it didn't come over your house for Super Bowl.
Glad Detroit artists are starting to get a little bit more shine outside of the couple that have been dominating for a while. The big three, if you would say.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where it takes it, or where we go with it. I mean,
hey, out of the big
so
three,
a matter of time, huh?
Ain't got nothing to do with Boldy, but it's just funny. Out of the big three from Detroit, which one is Chrysler?
Bye. Hey, I'm about to get off the call because this nigga's about to get real disrespectful. Because a child could break into a Chrysler. A child could walk up with a broken stick and be like, I'm about to steal this Chrysler.
Which one of the big three rappers from Detroit is Chrysler?
Days low.
All right. And the Boldy James, that's thanks for listening to this pod. But don't Days low again. How you?
Sada Baby. Oh, Sada Baby and T Grizz. I mean, hard to say again.
Three from Detroit are always Eminem, Royce the Five.
Oh, you talking about? I mean, you talking about all? Oh yeah, them. But yeah, I mean, aside from Eminem is just Eminem. Okay, so like he's out in that spot. That's like, okay, who's getting the most play out in New York? You don't just say Jay-Z, right?
Nah, said, which one is Ford? Which one is Chrysler? Which one is GM?
Between M. Royce and
Big
Boldy?
Sean. No,
oh, Big Sean.
Which one's Chrysler?
Wow. I mean, of course, at that point in time, you got to put Big Sean in that category. Compared to you suck.
At the highline, we're gonna end this podcast.
You suck. I hate you.
Appreciate you for listening.
Bye.
Let us know in the comments below.
You're the worst.
So feel free to subscribe if you love this shit. I think it's got me
tripping. Missouri.
Shit is great. But other than that,
peace.
Go move to Montana.
What?